Tudor has just launched this new watch, the Black Bay Chrono Carbon 25, in partnership with the Formula One team they sponsor, Visa Cash App Racing Bulls, or VCARB. As you guys know, I love Tudor, I love Formula One, so this is exactly my niche. And on top of that, I really like this watch. Here's everything you need to know about this newest Tudor. So, looking at this watch, it is a familiar design, being the Black Bay Chrono, but with some pretty big noticeable updates. For one, the case material is carbon fiber with an integrated tachymeter bezel. This gives the case a really dark look, kinda masculine and sporty, and it will be a very light feeling watch as well, adding to the sporty nature. Second noticeable update is with the very specific colorway being an almost indigo blue with pops of red. If you don't follow Formula One, these colors perfectly match the Racing Bulls livery. Every detail has clearly been thought through to match motor racing, from the choice of carbon fiber, a well-used material in the automotive world, to the caseback, which features a high level of decoration with the Racing Bulls car, number of products for the limited edition, as these are limited to 2,025 pieces. Now, looking at the specifications, this is an entirely new case for this model, being 42mm rather than the usual 41mm, and it has a case thickness of 14.3mm rather than the usual 14.4. As we've already covered, it has a case material of carbon fiber, a PVD finished screw-down crown, 200 meters of water resistance, and the usual chronograph movement being the cost-certified MT5813 automatic caliber. So all of the specifications we expect from this watch, just with a different case material, a slightly larger and thinner case, and different colors. These are pretty limited, with only 2,225 pieces being made, and they have a pretty steep price tag for Tudor at £6,260 or $7,575 USD. So when I went to Watches and Wonders this year, I was really surprised by how much brands were leaning into Formula One and clearly making these partnerships a core priority for 2025. We have IWC and Mercedes with the Formula One film coming out as well this summer, Tag Heuer, of course, with Red Bull Racing and being the official timekeeper for Formula One once again, and then Tudor's entire second floor of their booth was devoted to motor racing. So it is clear that they're wanting to deepen their relationship with VCARB or Racing Bulls or whatever we call them these days. If you want to hear my pure, unhinged opinion about Racing Bulls and Red Bull Formula One, I'll put that at the end. I know people want to talk about watches, but back on the Carbon 25, aesthetically, I really like this. I love carbon fiber as a material. It's so light feeling, and I love the darkness it brings. It's really stark and just a cool material, then being contrasted against the bright white dial and pops of blue and red. If you follow my channel, you've probably picked up blue is one of my favorite colors to wear. So I am a big fan of the color selection, even the detail of having the blue contrast stitching on the hybrid leather rubber strap. I love it. If I had the wrist size to pull off a 42mm watch, I would be at the Tudor boutique begging for one of these, begging for an allocation. Now, something we can't not talk about is the price. That price tag hurts. It's high. It's particularly high for Tudor. These are significantly more expensive than the normal Black Bay Chrono, and it's pretty punchy. So the Black Bay Chrono starts at £4,930, so just shy of £5,000, and the most expensive model is the S&G on bracelet for £7,180. So this new limited edition is situated just between the entry-level and most expensive models at £6,260. I wouldn't say it's well priced or a complete steal, but I would say it is properly priced and it makes a lot of sense. It's a completely different material, an entirely different case at 42mm, and incredibly limited. To me, this makes total sense, and if I could pull off a 42mm chronograph, I would pay this. But I am also a Tudor lover. I'm a Tudor fangirl, so I think a lot of people will disagree with me, and I think I'll be hearing about this in the comments down below. I think this is a niche model, and for the people who are deep into this niche, they would be more than willing to pay this price for this watch. This isn't meant to be someone's first watch or their only chronograph or something like that. It is a cool bit of kit, probably for a Formula One fan or people who really enjoy different materials. But anyways, guys, that's everything you need to know about this newest Tudor release. That's all my thoughts, and I'd love to know yours and read yours in those comments down below. And now, Pope tier patrons, get those fabulous names on the screen. So, as promised, while we thank the amazing, gorgeous, fabulous patrons whose names are on the screen right now and keep this channel going, here are some of my unfiltered thoughts about Red Bull Racing and VCARB. So they are absolutely not my team. There are things I appreciate about Red Bull, and some of the greatest drivers of all time have driven for them. Vettel, Weber, DC. I honestly thought Ricciardo had a driver's championship in him. And of course, Supermax Verstappen. I love the idea of Red Bull, but I hate the way they run their teams. It is the most toxic workplace I've ever seen, and I hate the way they treat their drivers. Dropping Ricciardo mid-season last year, huge slap in the face. They have clearly made a car that is undrivable for anyone that's not Max Verstappen, and that's okay. That's a strategy, but I just really hate the way they're treating their drivers who can't drive this hypersensitive, very specific car. I don't know. They just rub me wrong. And Christian Horner.